langa ene runga dziva la chisima chisahio ndiri ndiyamufuna. I'm deeply in love with you, deeply in love with you, oh girl. I'm deeply in love with you, deeply in love with you, oh girl. Na 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 girl, I'm deeply in love with you, oh girl. Na 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 girl, I'm deeply in love with you, oh girl. I'm deeply in love with you. Oh girl, 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 I'm deeply in love with you. Swinea bazone, swianta dissandi pongani miloro. Olu funorawe, ori umparone ndamboruku batezi. Baby, I think I need it. My phone. Diri, I think I go me. My phone. My phone. I'm deeply in love with you, deeply in love with you, oh girl. I'm deeply in love with you, deeply in love with you, oh girl. Na 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 girl, I'm deeply in love with you, oh girl. Na 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 girl, I'm deeply in love with you, oh girl. I'm deep 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 in love with you, I'm deep in love with you, deep in love with you, oh girl.
We got you covered. This is Preferred FM.
With you, deep in love with you, oh girl. Na 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 girl, I'm deep in love with you, oh girl. Na 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 girl, I'm deep in love with you, oh girl. Oh girl, I'm deep in love with you, oh girl. Oh girl, I'm deep in love with you, oh girl. I'm deep in love with you.
A Preferred FM 90.1 música udipenderaho.
Good evening and welcome to Preferred FM station made for satisfaction this evening. Welcome to the station with a beautiful jam by Blesser saying deeply in love with you girl. That was one of those tracks that is released so far in terms of Blesser, one of those guys that are making waves in terms of our proudly Limpopo province and proudly South African artist in that directions. That take us only to 8 minutes after it's 8 right here on Preferred FM. I'll be with you up until the hour 9. Welcome to the station. What's going to happen right here on this show? Stay tuned for that one because a lot of inspiration will be there, a lot of pranks will be there, and a lot of various things that happens around the time though during December or festive season. I will have it right here on the show. Max Moyo doing inspirations will definitely have him right here on the studio. It's a Tuesday, 21st of November 2017. Only a few days we say it's Christmas. Only a few days we say it's a new year. This is a Tuesday, a nighttime radio with the man, with yours truly, man behind the combination, or the man behind the combination, also known as Mr. Matom. It's just gone 9 after it's 8. Welcome to the station. Let's engage him right more on the Prefab FM, made for satisfaction. Pretoria, we got you covered. This is Prefab FM.
Yeah. My name is Ramsey from Double R. One love. I'ma do whatever it takes. Alone I know I can make it. I'ma do whatever it takes. I'ma do whatever it takes. Alone I know I can make it. Singakona uimbanga mistake. And nothing else to do, but I can do this. Lead up on the end, I know it's a thing. In the bar, no, no, it's a cool. Ain't no telling back. Say ain't no turning back. No, 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 no. Because sick, unenda kuya. Because you want, sinenda zitoga. Kasi yangu, uritituma. Chiro niri, ninenda komuna. Because sick, unenda kuya. Because you want, sinenda zitoga. Kasi yangu, uritituma. Chiro niri, ninenda komuna. Zamura barasi unanga mato marazu noriko angwangazu. Mpota shurato ne wanga musiki ende zinoriko dolangazu. Did you know that one day ndidofika hapa na? Did you know that one day ndingafiwa ngababanda? Naho batontiba banda ndidofika Sindi ndidosita siyafana mbilu ikadirwa. Auna chine changanyi makandanda sabo. Auna ane anganyi mapandanda sako. Because unenda kuya. Because you want sinenda zitoga. Kasi yangu uritituma. Chiro niri ninenda komona. Because unenda kuya. Because you want sinenda zitoga. Kasi yangu uritituma. Chiro niri ninenda komona. Untouchable, unstoppable. The commission unahuna nadotiba. Diba tukuba nebo baba chintiba. Way back tabula razine kokotima. Freza ukotina floza weti kotungura batu. Renzo baisa batu hako hano chemutunga batu. Vroom vroom bombre baba chebo ima. Araru wa matanga ndi usizi no watima. Dito usika, unenda kuya. Dito siwan, sinenda zitoga. Ndasi yangu.
Pretoria, we got you covered. This is Prefab FM. Definitely he will reach where he thinks he's capable of reaching, and I can tell you that the year is just definitely coming to the end towards this December, and hence we can say 2018 is coming on the other direction. This is Prefab FM with yours truly, man behind the combination, also known as Mr. Matoma right here. Just gone 12 after it's 8 is South Central time if you are listening to us beside the borders. And if I can tell you about the borders, as I've mentioned you at the beginning of the intro right there at the first link, that I will look at the updates that were happening over this day on the 21st of November. We'll look at the things about Zimbabwe celebrating resignation of their president that ran over 4 decades, that President Mugabe, Robert Mugabe, resigning. And also we'll look upon the things that are trembling over the South African final exam that are still resuming very smoothly, and then they say that there is no accident upon that one. We can also look upon the the entertainment news about most of the entertainment guys, or most of our guys that we look up on the screens. In fact, they are doing wonders in their bedrooms. Service talking about the babies that they are bringing in this world. It's a bit of change, and also some of them, they are getting paid like nobody's business. But back again to the first update, or just for this evening, Zimbabwe celebrates Mugabe due to his resignation that happens due to this afternoon. It has been 37 years after Mugabe has been in charge, ruling Zimbabwe smoothly. Some they say smoothly, but his resignation was immediately and voluntary in order to have a smooth transfer of power. So it seems like the issue of the power right there in our neighboring country or at our borders, it was resigned right there at some they say in the parliament they were dancing from one side to the other side. The people, they hang out of their car windows and embrace a shock of hands as the news spread that the 93-year-old statesman who had been ruling Zimbabwe for the past 37 years has finally relinquished the power. So it's all about taking out the power, and if you're not capable of that one, your body, one can say it was very weak to rule that particular state. Talking about Zimbabwe and people of Zimbabwean celebrating the resignation of their that is Robert Mugabe. We'll see who will take the upstairs and who will take Zimbabwe to the other nation, or to the things that are trending over in that. These are our borders, in fact. But definitely this evening I will play them the song by Zahara and Shona say Umbezi. That will be coming through right here in a short while. It's just gone 15 after it's 8. Let's engage right there on our Facebook page. It's Prefab FM. That's it, Prefab FM. That's our Facebook page, or 0717099840. That's on WhatsApp. Coming to direct from Metville right here where I'm situated this evening. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the station. After this more news on the pranks beside our president Jay-Z, Jacob Zuma, and also the pranks about our borders president, that is resignation after 4 decades, president, that is Jacob, that is Robert Mugabe. Rather, it's just gone 16 after it's 8. Welcome to Prefab FM this evening.
How far, my people? How na day? This is Jimmy from Nigeria. Keep listening to Prefab FM 90.1, station made for satisfaction.
Ndoda mfazi uyazazi sizizukulwana sabango iswanga vumela uvume uvimbe ilungelo lakho lelakho uwelele welele welele mae uwelele welele welele mawe uwelele welele welele mawe uwelele welele welele mawe ndora kunzwa amashoko akho ndora kunzwa manzwi yakho nditendere ndiwone chiso chako nditendere ndiwone chiso chako uwelele welele welele mawe umsebenzi wako kunithobe uwelele welele welele mawe mina ngikuthande uwelele welele welele mawe uwelele welele welele mawe muviri wangu unomirera chiuya kwandiri undinyaradze ndite
a Prefab FM 90.1 muzika udipereraho.
That was Zahara coming through with Umsebenzi Wami in their new album, Say Mgodi, right here. It's just taken this album just in the past months ago, and it's doing waves in terms of the market and selling out. It's just gone 20 minutes after its 8,000 rand time. Right there in the background is Kelly Roland, Motivation, right here on Prefab FM. We still have the news that are trending over this evening as the first 30 minutes of this show. I will definitely give you nothing but the updates, what is being really happening regarding upon South Africa, and also in terms of globally, what one can say has been the most eye-catching news this evening. I'm still just truly up until the hour 9. Man behind the combination, also known as Mr. Matama, just this evening, 21 after it's 8. South African students or South African pupils that are writing their final examinations for grade 12, so it seems like the examinations is running very smooth compared to the past years. That was back in 2015 rather, and 2016, where there was a scandal of schemes that there were leakage of papers in the province and also some parts of Gauteng. So this year it seems like they've improved indeed on that other conditions, and there are 802,636 candidates who are writing this exam. Only 634,527 are those who are full-times who are writing this examination. That will come to the end for next week, Tuesday. That's when they will say, indeed, we write a good examination or we write bad examination. We'll see them of our university students or of our university's campus on the 5th of January. That's when the results will be out. Big up for you who are still writing the exam, and hopefully that you will definitely pass very well if you study very smoothly. This is Prefab FM station made for satisfaction this evening, and I can tell you that I'm not yet done with you until you get satisfied because this is the station that is only made for that. I'm done with the updates just for this evening. Biggest update is that our neighboring country, and in terms of African as united, is that Zimbabwe President Robert Mugabe has just resigned after 4 decades. That's been after 37 years. That was happening during this afternoon, and a lot of the people from Zimbabweans, they were celebrating indeed on that one on its own, because they say most of us, we have lost our brothers, most of us have lost our sisters due to our president. And also the biggest update is that the final examination for grade 12 will come to the end at next week, Tuesday, and today is still Tuesday, the 21st of November 2017. Keep it hold right and prefer, because there's still also a prank about the president of our neighboring country beside the borders, that is Robert Mugabe. I will bring it in a short while right here, 23 after it's 8. Stay tuned for more pranks about the president that running this world between South Africa and Zimbabwe. Who is the best? Let's do this. Welcome to Prefab FM. Good evening, everybody.
How far, my people? How na day? This is Jimmy from Nigeria. Keep listening to Prefab FM 90.1, station made for satisfaction.
And I know she'll be the death of me, at least we'll both be numb. And she'll always get the best of me, the worst is yet to come. But at least we'll both be beautiful and stay forever young. This I know, this I know. She told me don't worry about it. She told me don't worry no more. We both know we can't go without it. She told me you'll never be alone. I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it. Oh, I can the death of me, at least we'll both be numb. And she'll always get the best of me, the worst is yet to come. All the misery was necessary when we're deep in love. Cause I know, girl, I know. She told me don't worry about it. She told me don't worry no more. We both know we can't go without it. She told me you'll never be alone. I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it. Oh, I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it, but I love it. I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it, but I love it, but I love it. I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it, but I love it, but I love it. She told me don't worry about it. She told me don't worry no more. We both know we can't go without it. She told me you'll never be alone. I can feel my face when I'm with you. I can feel my face, but I love it, but I love it, but I love it. Oh, I love it. I can feel my face when I'm with you. I can feel my face, but I love it, but I love it, but I love it, but I love it. I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it.
It has just gone 27 after it's 8 South Central time right here. Coming direct from South Africa and connecting all the nation. This is Prefab FM with yours truly, man behind the combination, also known as Mr. Matama Daji Dust for this. Even in the background is the weekend. I can't feel my face. Right here on Prefab FM. In a short while, I'll be reading your message that has come through right here on this station that is made for satisfaction this evening. And with yours truly, man behind the combination, we have looked at the issue regarding the president of our neighboring country, that is Zimbabwe, that he is resigned after it has been 4 decades, and also examination that will come to the end at the next week, Tuesday, and also Cape Town. They are also writing exam talking about University of Cape Town also in that case. And there have been certain protests for the past, I can say for the past 3 weeks regarding the fees increasement. We'll see upon that one how it will roll. This evening I'm going to read the message that have come through by Andani Steward Wasidogi saying, I want to tell my girlfriend Refilwe that I love her. One of the messages that are coming through by Andani Steward Doggy say, I want to tell my girlfriend Refilwe that I love her. Someday I loved right here on Prefab FM and give you nothing but satisfaction. It has just gone 28 minutes after it's 8 right here. Rather 29 now after it's 8. This is Prefab FM. Someday tell the GF that they love them right here live on air. Listen by those that are international. This is Prefab FM and I'm not yet done with you this evening. I can tell you about the entertainment news that will be follow up after this prank. I tried to talk to our neighboring president, that is Robert Mugabe rather, and I will have Jay-Z in the short period of time. This is how our president, after resignations, he has got to say to all our listeners of Prefab FM and all the listeners regarding this issue of his resignation right here on Prefab FM. Bear in mind, we also have got listeners from Zimbabwe. Let's enjoy this voice clip by our president, the former president of Zimbabwe, that is Robert Mugabe. This is how it rolls.
I don't think he's a grandchild of mine.
You just turned 93. Don't you feel it's time to give up?
You are only as young as you feel, boy. Look at me. I'm still as fit as a... Oh, time to change my tank.
Oh, God, somebody help him. Grace!
First Lady Grace!
Who is this Grace?
Oh, dear. Mr. Mugabe, are you okay?
Mugabe? Who is that now?
No wonder he can't think of anybody fit to run the country. He simply can't think of anybody.
That's the first one. Our president, that will be Jay-Z, Jacob Zuma, will follow later right here on Prefab FM. We can't think of anyone ruling this other country or our neighboring country, that is Zimbabwe, but we'll find out more about that one. Sal music, Akana Mali, right here on Prefab FM will be coming through. Enjoy the music, 29 minutes before the hour. Man behind the combination, keep it hold for this evening.
No meteni no menjani ngithanda yena wangempelo ngiyamthanda uhlale nami emihleni njalo njalo kuyafana ngiyamthanda yabona mpinchami angidlali mpinchami ngiyamthatha ngoDisemba ngiyamthanda so mamela skim sami temba mina awutami ngizomthanda wena kutuzusola athi uyawakhohlwa abangani bakhe uzomthanda wena kutuzusola athi uyawakhohlwa bathanda imali anganamali kodwa thanda yonke into ekiyo anganamali kodwa thanda yonke into ekiyo anganamali kodwa thanda yonke into ekiyo anganamali kodwa thanda yonke into ekiyo. No meteni no menjani ngithanda yena wangempelo ngiyamthanda uhlale nami emihleni njalo njalo kuyafana ngiyamthanda yabona mpinchami angidlali mpinchami ngiyamthatha ngoDisemba ngiyamthanda so mamela skim sami temba mina awutami ngizomthanda wena kutuzusola athi uyawakhohlwa abangani bakhe uzomthanda wena kutuzusola athi uyawakhohlwa bathanda imali anganamali kodwa thanda yonke into ekiyo anganamali kodwa thanda yonke into ekiyo
of those tracks that I can say is going to welcome us or shower us in the year 2018 is Sun L Music featuring Something Soweto Akana Mali right here on Prefab FM 25 minutes before the hour 9, 25 minutes before we wrap up the installment just for this evening with yours truly, man behind the combination, Mr. Mathama right here, coming to direct from Mattville as usual. It's a recess time, but for some of the students this news can be very irritating and it can be also very distracting because it's very painful in its own. I just received the message from my producer right there, say just 8 students were robbed and raped yesterday night at Maungani residence. So it seems like the issue of rape and also robbery is not yet cooled down in this southern part of Africa, or mainly in Ethiopian. Those CBD even can mention that maybe our minister right there, Mr. Fikile Mbalula, maybe he can do something about this one. Maybe he can treat this matter and resolve this one immediately with a blink of an eye, because if we can talk about the students, they must be first hand, or their safety must be at their first hand. Talking about the students that were robbed and raped yesterday night at Mongani. So it seems like a sad news on its own, because some of them, in fact, I can mention that, in fact, I apologize if you are not, you can hear this for the first time. Some of them, in fact, I can mention that if she was a virgin, she will no longer be a virgin due to that rape issue, and they can be traumatized for some quite of time. That's why I drop my background, because it's a very irritating issue on its own. It's just gone 23 minutes before the hour 9. This is Prefab FM, and we're not yet done with you this evening. Talking about South African celebrities, Loiso Bala right here and Jennifer Bala. They're expecting a second child right here in the southern part. They just lashed this out on Instagram, saying that they've been praying for almost 2 years for this upcoming second child that, in fact, Jennifer Bala, she is holding. We will see about how the prayer, and also hoping that in fact it will be one of those that can also emphasize on our music and industry. If you can talk about Lois, one of the guys that produce nothing but soft and good music. This evening I promise you nothing but soft music. This is Prefab FM, and I'm not yet done with you until you get satisfied. I can tell you that they still also the prank about our current president right here in the southern part of Africa, or southern part of South Africa mainly, is Jay-Z, Jacob Zuma, the man who can only tell us about Nkanja and also nothing about what's happening in his other neighboring, I can say neighboring provinces and also neighboring villages. This is Prefab FM, station made for satisfaction. Let me take you upstairs right here to northeast of Africa. This one in the background that is coming through right now is Davido, one of those tracks that can put you in the mood. It's national anthem. Let's enjoy this one. 90 minutes, rather 20 minutes before the hour 9. This is Prefab FM up until the hour 9. Maybe the combination, give you hold this.
I love you, oh. My money, my body, now your own, oh baby. 30 billion for the account, yo. Yeah. Versace and Gucci for your body, oh baby. No do, gotta for me. No do, say that, oh. No do, shakara, oh. No do, gotta for me, oh. Girl, you're beautiful too. My number one in tutu. Sipping bruku tutu. For your love it tutu. I go chuku. Biko obianuju. Say you do me juju. Cause I'm feeling the juju. Shake it to you. I wanna dash it to you. Take it. You can have it to you. Take it. You know I got this in you. I love you. There's nothing above you. Above you. Bridget, you. I like your mini skirt, you. Okay, you carry fancy, you. If I tell you, hey, I love you, oh. My money, my body, now your own, oh baby. 30 billion for the account, yo. Versace and Gucci for your body, oh baby. No do, gotta for me. No do, say that, oh. No do, shakara, oh, eh. No do, gotta for me, oh, eh. Girl, you're beautiful too. My number one in tutu. Sipping bruku tutu. For your love it tutu. I go chuku. Biko obianuju. Say you do me juju. Cause I'm feeling the juju. And you know say nobody holy. But I don't go tell you story. I gotta be your man. Let me talk to you. Say a few things. Girl, I'm feeling you. But it's up to you. Say you don't want that, yes. I love you. There's nothing above you. Above you. Bridget, you. I like your mini skirt, you. Okay, you carry fancy, you. If I tell you, say I love you, oh. My money, my body, now your own, oh baby. 30 billion for the account, yo. Yeah. Versace and Gucci for your body, oh baby. No do, gotta for me. No do, say that, oh.
Victoria, we got you covered. This is Prefab FM. Davido, Eve, I can tell you that in fact each and every artist want to feature up with this man because the music that he's producing is absolutely phenomenal. It's absolutely stunning. Talking about Davido came through there with a jam called Eve. One of those tracks that can put you in the mood in such time. This is Prefab FM. We're not yet done this. Even it's just gone 70 minutes before the hour 9. 70 minutes before we wrap up the installment just for this evening. I can tell you that I will have interaction with our president, that is Jacob Zuma, after you have heard the first prank about the current president, that is Roberto Mugabe, that was ruling on the other side of our borders. We had interaction with him, but we'll hear about our president, what he has got to say about the Guptas, and how do you think that he is in control of the things that are happening in the southern part of Africa. It just gone 60 minutes before the hour 9 right here on Prefab FM. In the background is Kelly Roland Motivation. But before that, let me give you something that, in fact, if you have been students from University of Venda, you are used to these things. Let me play you this a clip that will play just for a short of while. If you're at home in different destination, you will definitely, it will be a throwback on its own for the year 2017. Let me play you this man and see how it rolls. After this man is absolutely in action with me and our president Jacob Zuma. This is Prefab FM.
Cool time, Turan.
Definitely you have heard him. I'm sure you can't remind, or it can't give you a yell. If I can tell you that the sun is very hot, that it requires such things. But if you move around Thando, there's also another guy called Mr. Manini back in the Thando taxi ranks, and it's different. I can tell you different taxi ranks that he asks you for 2 rand. And if you say to him, I have got 50 cents, he will tell you, do you think 50 cents can buy me anything? That's another guy for you right there at Thando, and there are a lot of guys. Let me play another clip by this guy and see how they roll. So if you encounter them, be able to contact with me or 71 7099 840 or 71 7099 840. That's on WhatsApp, or be able to comment right there below this link. Tuesday, right here below this link, there's live chat. That's be able to comment right there, or our Facebook page is Prefab FM. Let me play this guy and tell me if you've encountered him. After this one, it's interaction with our president.
Nane 25 randa tipungudze unofungudza. Mara wasungurudza. Hayi, uyezwa right. Zebato sezanazo. 5 rand. Yeti bazoshuka marenza. Lingisa.
Packet 25 rand ayinalete. Nare 25. That's how definitely the time will sound like each and every time. And I can tell you that in this festive season, we're going to experience that one much indeed, because a lot of us, or a lot of them, they'll be moving upstairs and also downstairs. But that time that I promise you that to have interaction with our president, Jacob Zuma, right here on Prefab FM station made for satisfaction. Stay tuned after this. We're back right here with our president.
How far, my people? How na day? This is Jimmy from Nigeria. Keep listening to Prefab FM 90.1 station made for satisfaction.
It is just gone right there on our clock, rather 12 minutes before, 13 minutes before the hour 9. This is Prefab FM, and we are not yet done this evening until you get satisfied with yours truly, man behind the combination on a Tuesday. Let me introduce my guest just for this evening. That's our President, Jacob Zuma. Mr. Zuma, good evening and welcome to Prefab FM, sir. I want to ask you a question. Do you know anything about the Guptas?
Well, I'd like to talk to you about the Guptas, but I'm afraid I don't recall them. Yes. You see, everywhere I go, yes, people talk about these Guptas, but I've never met them. I don't want to talk about the Guptas. I would like to talk about important things. Do you know, for example, who won Mrs. World? Yes, please tell us. I thought maybe it is Letitia's Neyman.
There you have it. Say he doesn't know about anything about the Guptas. But before that, our president, what do you think? Perhaps do you think you are in control of this southern part of Africa? We can talk about the issue of the leakage between Guptas and also you that were trembling over the past months. They talk about the issue of leakage of emails, and also, do you think you are in control?
Definitely in control. If you can look at me right now, I don't even have bits of perspiration on my forehead.
There you have it. He say he is in control of this. I want to ask you, President, about the reshufflement that you have did in this year, 2017. You talk about reshufflement that you did right there at the beginning of the year, and now at the end of the year, you also made the reshufflement. What do you say about our reshufflement that you made in this year?
You know, I'm a very good person when it comes to handling the kind of job that I'm doing. And people must understand that I did not put myself in the position where I am. People voted for me. And I have the right as to who I hire and who I fire.
There you are having it from our president as our guest just for this evening. He had a right to hire who we wish to hire and fire who wish to fire. President, let's just come up before we wrap up our conversation right here. What do you think about the president or the former president of our neighboring country, that is Robert Mugabe? What do you think about his political point of view?
You know, politicians are all the same. We only differ in color and height.
There you have it. He say we only differ in color and height. But in terms of these things regarding the president of Zimbabwe, you can also differ in terms of education levels. And President, maybe I can ask, what are your plans for the next weekend to come? In fact, as we can say that the November month is just coming to the end.
Hopefully so. I don't know if Gwede knows what are we having in store next week.
Yes, exactly, Mr. President. That's exactly precisely what I was going to say to Nanzika, the listeners.
There you're having it. Is just a resample of Gwede. But my last question to our president, what is your plan regarding December festive season? Because a lot of things will be happening right there, and most of the cars will be coming in the country, and a lot of those guys from international will be back. Right? What do you have in store for us in festive season?
It's so good to be home. Oh, I see you have installed that jacuzzi full of champagne that I asked for.
Mr. President, you did not ask us to do that.
Yes, I did.
No, Mr. President. Remember, you had no knowledge of any upgrades. You had no idea that any of this was happening, right? Deniability.
This is Prefab FM. I'm not yet done with you until you get satisfied. 9 minutes before the hour 9, at the end of 9 o'clock, I'll be coming to the end of this show just for this evening. Let me give you more music right here on Prefab FM. After that one, it will be Max Moyo. Definitely sure he will come through right here on this station made for satisfaction. Let me give you Lousy and also Amanda Black saying I Do. One of those wedding songs that you can sing for your partner, like Mr. Story's Doggy say I wanna say I love Refuter. One of those.
I got this message for you, nditi I don't give my all. Darling, ndile, disiyo yami yonke. I got this message for you, nditi I don't give my all. 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 And my baby give my I do. That I only wanna live for you. And me now I just as you. And I tell you good we just stay true. And good that I've been waiting for this moment, for you to look at me and just hold me. Remember back then when you used to call me Usunami and get was so lonely. So together we're moving on, and forever we're standing strong. And don't ever forget the song that made me say I do. And together we're moving on. Forever we standing strong, and don't ever forget a song that made me say I do. Darling, say how much I love you. I got this message for you, nditi I don't give my all. Darling, this I got this message for you, nditi I don't give my all. 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 From the bottom of my heart, thank you for the pain and the stress. Thank you, it made me who I am. Thank you, now I'm standing on the ice, and baby I do. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for the pain and the stress. Thank you, it made me who I am. Thank you, now I'm standing on the ice.
I do dear woman, I Amanda Black, featured by Loud Sauce right here on Prefab FM. Just gone 4 minutes before I come to the end of this show just for this evening. It was Tuesday 21st of November 2017 when we had interaction with our president Jacob Zuma right here on the station that is made for satisfaction this evening with yours truly, man behind the combination. And I can tell you that Beyonce, she's one of the highest paid women in the music industry, earning 105 million US dollars. That's a quite huge amount. That in fact, if it was given to me, I will forget anything about school. I can tell you that 105 million US dollars. That is the amount that is the highest paid women in terms of music. That is Beyonce Knowles, and she's also one of those. That in fact in last month she also had twins. Talking about those who are giving birth in their celebrities gossip, we can talk about Kevin Hart and his wife also welcome a baby, a boy. It was big up for the comedian also indeed in the US. Talking about those in fact that they are giving birth and exercising in the bed in such time. This is Prefab FM. I'm not yet done with you this evening until you get satisfied. Let me play you Max Moyer, and that will be definitely our ending things just for this evening. Catch Mr. Andani Steward tomorrow right here on Prefab FM on WCW. Who can be my crush tomorrow? Who knows? The girl who is in my heart. Maybe she can be the one who is my crush. That will be happening right here on Prefab FM. That's tomorrow. Let me leave you with Max Moyer saying, "You are unique." This man I will have interaction with him in the next days to come. I'm still negotiating on how we're going to do it because if you check our profile pic here, I have written something like personal finance. He will come and help us with personal finance because December month is just near the corner. He came so that he can set you free. I was man behind the combination right here in Prefab FM. Catch me on Thursday, but tomorrow is WCW. Don't miss the show. That will be Steward and then Doggy. A good night, everybody.
But generally there's about 7 billion people in the world. Watch this. There is not one person in the 7 billion that's like you. You get this picture? There is no one. So when you look at yourself, you are 1 in 7 billion. That makes you more rare than Table Mountain. And people travel from all over the world to come and see Table Mountain, Flat Mountain. Because it forms part of what we call the 7 wonders of the world. I got some news for you. You are so unique, so rare, your parents should have taken out a patent on you. Thou shalt not copy. You gotta get this. You are so rare, your country should declare you a national heritage. And it's not just about the way you look. It's about your entire makeup is unique. Your personality, your intelligence, everything about you is unique to you. Are you getting this? So that means when you die, it is akin to extinction. There has never been anyone like you before. There will never be anyone like you again. Never. So you are it. So tonight, when you get home, ladies, I know you love your mirrors. Go in the mirror, give yourself a nice hug and say, I am it. Because you are it. Are you getting this? You are so unique. In other words, your personality, your intelligence, your talents, everything about you is unique to you. Which means, well, this is going to blow you away. There is something in this world that only you can do better than anyone else. Are you getting that? Your uniqueness means there is something here on earth that only you can do better than anyone else. Are you getting that? So if you are engaged in competition, you are not being authentic to who you are. Because you see, if you are doing the thing you were born to do, nobody can compete with you. You know why? Because your entire makeup is designed for what? For that thing that you were born to do. You get that picture? That's why most of us have found ourselves being second-class citizens. You're constantly competing with someone else and you cannot keep up. So you begin to accept that I was not born with the same set of... Because I cannot do Pythagoras' theorem. But guess what? The guy who can do Pythagoras' theorem probably cannot play the piano. Or sing. Are you getting that? So I like to put it to you that each one of you here are geniuses. I'm sure you begin to love me, don't you?
I do.
And if you're married, not only are you a genius, but you were born perfect. Now, if you're married, they probably told you many times you're not perfect. They lied. You are perfect. But you're only perfect as long as you are engaged in that thing that you were born to do. Are you getting the picture now? Look at this. Overhead projector. It's perfect. As long as I use it for... But the moment I try to use it as a seat, maybe that might not work. Or I try to use it as a radio, what happens? Because it's useless. Are you getting the picture? So our own sense of self-worth has been depleted because we have not found that which we were born to do. We are trying to do something we were not born to do. Something we're not equipped to do. Are you getting the picture? How do I know? How do I know? Because I think you're unique. In fact, the day you get it, that you are unique. Some say you are fat. I might be fat, but I'm 1 in 7 billion. I might be ugly, but I am 1 in 7 billion. There is no one else like me. You get the picture? And guess what? You can't do what I can do.
Pretoria, we got you covered. This is Prefab FM.
A Prefab FM 90.1 muzika udipeleraho.